Now I'd like to turn to the newest addition to the Apple family. And of course, I'm talking about the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch is the most personal device we have ever created. It's not just with you, it's on you.
Apple Watch, the company's most anticipated product in years, was unveiled by CEO Tim Cook today. WSJ's Geoff Fowler was on hand for the presentation, and he joins us now from the West Coast. Geoff, thanks very much for being there.
Thanks for having me.
What was your gut reaction? What do you think of this new product?
So the big question of the day was, why would you want an Apple Watch? And this was Tim Cook's sort of opportunity to take an hour and kind of explain that to us. The answer we got was, I think, more about quantity rather than per se quality. He walked through, I counted more than a dozen different reasons you might want an Apple Watch. He says it's a better way to tell time. You can put a Mickey Mouse watch face on it if you want. It's a better way to communicate with your friends. You can share a heartbeat. You can draw a little picture. He said it's a way to control your smart home. It's a way to track your exercise. They really just kind of ran through all of these. But what I was looking for through them is, okay, these are a lot of things that I can often do on my phone. What of these is going to make my life easier? What's going to save me from having to pull the phone out of my pocket and just so I could do something on my watch? And there were some things there. I mean, I think to me that's really where this is going to be. This where it's going to succeed or fail with consumers.
And was that really? Geoff, was there anything like that on that list of things that's going to be? I haven't worn a watch in over 20 years on a regular basis. What's the thing that will make you or me put the phone back on my wrist?
Sure. Well, so one thing, for example, we now kind of live in this hyper-connected world where we're constantly getting alerts on our phones. Oh, this person, sent you an email. This person sent you a text message. If the Apple Watch, and again, I didn't totally get a clear picture on this today, but if the Apple Watch can kind of go through those and make it simpler to bring us just the ones we want to see, that could be a huge help, so that instead of having to constantly pull out our phone, we could just see the things that really matter to us on our watch. There are also things that it can do which again, having it on your wrist could make easier. Payments, so you can go to a store and instead of getting your phone out or your credit card the old-fashioned way, you can just swipe your wrist. Even things like controlling your smart home, you can do with a watch if you're kind of going that direction. But again, my takeaway is that it was a lot more about quantity today than it was really about quality. And we're really going to have to see in real-life use, does it really save me from pulling out my phone? Is it really easier to do things when they're on my wrist, when they're on that tiny screen?
And part of that, Geoff, will be, does it save you and is it worth the money? And we've got some data about the money. 38mm size watch sell for between $549 and $1,049, and the 42mm will be up to will be $599 up to $1,099, and then there's a luxury version there to a very large amount. Is that the right price point? I know Apple consumers are used to paying a lot for their goods, but watches, you can get a watch for less than $100.
That's right. Well, one thing to remember here is there are going to be millions and millions of people who are going to buy this because it's a new product from Apple and because it's a luxury good. And we heard a lot today about sort of the craftsmanship and the not just the technology, but also the materials that go into this watch. So I have a feeling they will sell plenty of those $10,000 gold versions because there are people that really are interested in this as much for what it says about them to be seen wearing it as it is about the technology and kind of what it does for you. This is really the first product we've seen from Apple or really kind of any big technology company that is from the beginning designed to be seen. You're not supposed to hide it away. You want people to see you with this thing.
And there is one of these watches that's going to go for upwards of $10,000. Now, I know you're a very big cheese over in the tech team on the West Coast for the Wall Street Journal. Are you going to get one of these? Are you going to get your bling?
I'm not quite graduated to the gold watch territory, but maybe we'll get there. For now, I am actually, though, interested in testing and trying this the Apple Watch to see if it does make my life easier. Listen, I think we're kind of reaching a distraction breaking point in our lives, with our phones binging at us all day long, demanding our attention. And if somebody could create a technology that can really bring order to that and simplify my life, then I'm game. And they certainly have a couple of ideas for how to do that with the Apple Watch. And so it's really going to come down to using it in real life. And then, of course, seeing if using all these things, it can actually last through the day. Tim Cook reiterated that this can last a whole day, and he said 18 hours of ordinary use. So we'll see what that's like.
Well, that's almost as long as your day, isn't it, Jeff? So thank you very much for running out of that auditorium to us. We appreciate you doing that.
You bet.
I'm Simon Constable. That's it.